Thank you.
It is 6 p.m. on Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. We're gonna open the administrative board meeting. Roll call, please.
Trustee Jen. Here. William, absent. Nathan.
Here.
Chris.
Here.
John.
Here.
Patrick, absent. President Rick.
Here.
Treasurer Brenda. Here. Clerk Lisa, I'm here. Deputy Clerk Erica. Here. Public Works Supervisor Fergie.
Here.
Parks Lead Brody.
Here.
Attorney Dan.
Here.
And the engineer. Engineer Matt.
Yep, here. All right, thank you for that. Tonight. We have the minutes and review and I have a motion.
I will make a motion to approve resolution. Oops, sorry.
Close.
I was looking at the wrong one. I'll make a motion to approve the January 28th, 2026 administrative board minutes.
Second. Jen makes a motion to approve January 20th, 2026 administrative board meeting minutes. Thanks to seconds. Any discussion on the minutes? Not hearing any. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Passes 602.
Make a motion for approval of discussion and approval of resolution number 2603, ratifying an electrical service agreement by the between. Is that correct? Am I doing that right? Yeah, by between Energy Services LLC, Constellation New Energy, and the Village of Dixon.
Second. Nathan makes a motion to approve resolution number 26-03. John seconds. Any discussion on that? That's the stuff we previously authorized me to pay or signed, and I signed it. Now you're just ratifying that I signed it.
For the third time.
Yeah, like it's on the board back the last three meetings, so.
Any discussion at all? Roll call, please.
Chris.
Yes.
Jen.
Yes.
Williams, absent. Nathan.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
And Patrick is absent.
All right, that passes at 6:03. I have nothing further. Move on to Lisa.
I do not have anything to report.
Brenda.
I don't have anything right now. I do it later.
Okay. Brett.
Nothing right now, rest was later on.
Brody.
Same here, later on.
We know you do, Matt.
Same here, later on. All right. Not a whole lot of activity on the project status report. The rebuild, the Gateway subdivision development. We did get the architectural drawings and MEPs revised for the additional doors and how everything's gonna be, divided inside the building. We're just waiting on a cost from Stenstrom for that. I did include in the packet there kind of the architectural view on each side of the building, what that's gonna look like now with the additional doors and stuff in there for your information. We'll talk about the park project here in a little bit. The water tower antenna, I did finally get something back from Landmark Structures. Their cost for doing the review is gonna be about $2,500, which wasn't much different than what they charged us before 8-9 years ago when they did it. So he thought he could have it completed by the 12th and everything. So once I get that report back, then I'll work up a formal review for their application, and if there's anything that we want to add to the comment section on any things that are, I don't know if we just have to comment on just the application, or if we can, or if there's other issues there on the site that we need to include in the review.
That's for Verizon to upgrade their
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Are we passing that along? That cost along to Verizon?
Yeah, we should
Then
be.
there shouldn't be an issue.
Yep. So. What do you think as far as if there's any other outstanding issues with it? Because I know I had Chris would want to know way back in the file, and there were some outstanding issues that I
Yeah,
think never got really resolved, but.
yeah, that's what we had asked that before, but we've discussed it. We're not going to. They're going to be able to make the improvements, or not improvements, the changing upgrades.
Yep,
Go ahead.
Right, I mean, if there are outstanding issues, this would be the time to raise them. I know that there's not interest in.
I'm just saying, it's kind of point,
How many years?
But
you're right. It's, you know, Jen and I have been dealing with them for now 2 years or plus. And so, you know, we're not gonna be able to stop them from making the upgrades, and I don't even wanna stop them from making the upgrades. So it's kind of, let's move.
right, I appreciate that there's,
We finally took it off the wall, off the
Yeah.
business.
right, the,
I'll probably work up a draft of our comments and, you know, at least send it to Rick, and if there's a trustee that's involved, if that's Chris, I'll send to both of them and just do a quick review of it. If you're good with the comments and stuff, then I'll formally present it to the board, so
And
that.
you want to send me,
Say that again,
do you want him to send the comments to you, or do you want to send them?
to you.
Okay, so Chris and I.
Okay, we'll do. Number one pump rehab, you did approve the engineering agreement for that. We're gonna try to work on that this coming month and stuff and get that ready for advertisement here in April and stuff. Once we've got a draft of the bidding documents and stuff, I'll reach out to John and Brett, set up a meeting, just to kind of do a quick review, and then if we're good with it, then we can set a bid opening date. Frontier, Dale's kind of getting close on Frontier and Surf. It looks like Surf's all complete. Frontier, 2 of their applications have been approved. And they've got 2 others or 3 others that are still outstanding that they're working on, so. Getting close. The crosswalk, I think that's on the agenda tonight for approval of the engineering for that project moving. And then also the 2026 general maintenance project, chip seal and microsurface and stuff there, so on Junction Road in the original town, so. Yep.
Any further?
Okay.
All right, we move on from that. To the community, or the committees, community events, Jen?
We had, so last meeting, 2 weeks ago, we had a discussion on upping our budget on the fireworks. Does anybody had any more discussion they wanna talk about?
I still think we have the budget 30,000, try to fill in that gap with the donations.
Yeah, I just signed the sponsorship sheets earlier, so Erica has those to go out.
Surf says they're.
Yeah.
Whatever they will be.
So. Is everybody okay with upping it to 30,000?
Without making burn this head explode.
I know,
Didn't we agree to that last week?
well, I know, but I just wanted to.
We did. All right. I have no issue with it.
And then we had a meeting prior to this on it, we actually checked a lot of we have, 5, food vendors that are, coming. So far, out of the ones, we're already still waiting on a few more, we've gotten just a lot of boxes checked on some different things, and way easier once you've already done this.
So recently.
Yeah, so recently, so we're doing really well on that.
You guys are doing great.
And then I, have Eric here for his cruise night presentation. Oh, whatever, you're here to talk.
I want any equipment, I'll talk. I want any equipment, I'll talk.
No, that's fine.
It's gonna be a train wreck. No, it's, yeah, we're just here to talk a little bit.
That's fine.
guys at least themselves and our ideas that rodeo us have come up with, so. Is that right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I'll put the kid down.
You're up.
All right,
We'll talk to him.
Oh, he will.
He'll be here all night.
Yeah. No, we're just, I come from a car family and, car shows, cruise nights, that stuff's all important to me. Cars are very important to me. That's why I started this business, detailing. Basically, we came to Brody, Brody approached us to come to was that the
150th.
150th, and we went there, we had a great experience with all that, and then, I came to him actually during, and then asked about a car show or cruise night, he was on board, and said he'd bring it up to you guys, and we got the approval to do the trial one last year, and that blew, I think, everybody's expectations out of the water. That was, I stopped counting about 2 hours before it ended, and it was, I think it was at 59 cars, so. And that, for my wife, to put that in perspective, we've been planning a car show for 3 years up in Winnebago. We've had like close to 50 for the first 3 years of doing it, so we probably had 75 cars or more just for that cruise night, which that worked out pretty good, so. Figure we'd give it a shot, see if we could bring a little bit of business and attention to the town, and obviously some of our business, and, you know, just make some connections and talk to people, and obviously you see cool cars, so that's what I'm about, but, yeah, that was all it was. I mean, it's just, we were talking about a car show, a big one, I don't know, spending a month planning it or something. We came up with, I think, a much better, much more feasible idea of like if you're familiar with the Cars and Coffee in Rockford, it's like one Saturday a month, and just vendors are there, you get coffee, you see cool cars, it's 2, 3, 4 hours, and everybody has home. We're thinking of at least one cruise night, whatever you guys would allow, obviously, but a cruise night or two, or even a monthly thing from, you know, the nice months, May to October or whatever, we can do once a month down here, shut down the road or wherever we, you know, however big it gets, but, we just figured we'd bring that idea to you guys, doing at least one cruise night, if not multiple, or monthly thing, or whatever the schedule can allow. And, yeah, just kind of see what comes out of it, so just wanted to bring it to your guys' attention and chat with you, introduce ourselves, so, put a faces to a name, you know, not just, we're a business, but we're also people like you guys, so. You know, just like to meet people and shake hands and, let everybody know what we're about, basically, so. And, you know, I mean, we can't thank you enough for even that first trial when you guys let us do that, that was pretty cool. A lot of people have, mentioned that, I think the Brody said years ago, you guys used to do a car show here in town. And, many of the people that, I tried to talk to every single car that came, and they all mentioned how we need something here for the car enthusiasts, and they said, thank you so much for having it. It was really good, positive. They asked when the next one is, when they were leaving, basically, so it was pretty awesome, so.
I think the great thing about that too, I'm Leslie American.
That's what, yeah, hold on.
One of the great things about it was not just, we were actually very surprised with only social media advertising really is what happened. We had people from Rock Falls show up. We had people from neighboring communities as well. So just again, bringing that, I think what we're really focusing on is that sense of community that cars can bring. And also, yes, showing off Dad's Monte Carlo, yes. But yeah, I think really the big thing is too, we would love to find a cause that the community can get behind too. I've had the opportunity to run a car show in Winnebago for 3 years now in honor of a student that I had on my case those 4 years. And at that, even just having 50 cars show up, we're able to give $1,000 scholarship away every single year to a graduating Winnebago senior. So if we can get 50 people to bring $20 per car and then do a 50-50 raffle or whatever it happens to be and donate it to a local cause or good charity around here, that's kind of ultimately what we're looking for too, so.
Yeah, I mean, even ideas, we have many ideas, I don't know how long you're gonna talk. But no, I know you wanna go home, but no, we were just thinking like ideas for, you know, if it were approved to do a monthly thing, we could do like, you know, highlight local businesses every month or something and have food trucks come out or have, you know, just basically, I mean, play with it, not just be the same thing every month, so it would allow people that, you know, different scopes of people, the community to come out, and it wouldn't just be cars, we could do like a you know, cars and tractors or something, or, you know, whatever, get farmers out here, get, you know, school students out here, get, you know, so we're open to whatever, we just really just wanna meet you, and just kind of throw our ideas out there and, see what can happen, basically, so. About it.
I think we can work with that.
Yeah, but we're easy going, so whatever you guys want us to do, I mean, we don't plan on moving, we're out there in the Monroe Center, we're not going anywhere. For a while, and it'd just be nice to get a relationship going and see what we can do, get some people into town and use your beautiful park you guys are stressing over and keep working on, so it'd be nice to get some people out and enjoy that. Yeah, just get some traction and make it a yearly thing or a monthly thing, or, you know, something that people look forward to, like that Cars and Coffee, that thing got you, I mean, you got to pull that one down here, so. We can't argue with cool cars, so. At least I can't. But yeah, that's about it, so I don't know if there's questions, whatever, I don't know, but, if you have the answer, whatever, I got some cards and flyers, if anybody wants one, just check us out on the internet or whatever, and, yep. That's that, so we do want to say thank you to Brody and everyone for the opportunity and for meeting with us tonight and, just hearing our spiel, so we appreciate it.
Anybody have any questions for him?
That's great.
Yeah, I do. I think it'll be. Look forward to that.
We had talked before with, when we met and stuff, basically, you know, obviously we met a handful of times, they're really just looking for a space to use and, you know, like Eric said, we want to show it off, obviously, to our community and surrounding communities. The one they had last time in the park was great, I saw the pictures from it and stuff, and our parking lot was pretty much full. So.
I can tell you in 20 years, 21 years, I guess now. I can tell on one hand how many times people come in here trying to offer something that benefits community and charity and tries to build that rather than, you know, be something very specific to I mean, I guess this is kind of niche, but
Sure.
it's just kind of nice to hear that.
Yeah.
Put up community, put up charity, and then it's.
Well, we have the connection too, I talked with them before, we have the connection with Cardinal Hope in Stillman.
Right.
Charity that's in Stillman, so we looked at them for the morning of the 150th, I think, connection. So that might be something we can dive into too. Just wanted to give them the chance to get up there and introduce themselves to you and possibly we'll work together and try to come up with something that sounds good to everybody.
Yeah, looking good.
Very much, sounds great.
Sounds good, thank you.
Everybody good then? Put it together, bring it on.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you guys will allow, I mean, I got crazy ideas, so I mean, there's a great dead end road down there, we could put a burnout pit in. We'll work with it, I mean, we appreciate you guys being willing and, yeah, it'd be really nice.
A road guy probably wouldn't.
Oh, good. Oh,
We have a driveway on that side of town.
We're out to the cruise bikes and stuff. You guys ever been to the Freeport one? They do one there. It is a big attraction. So I mean, that would be, just crazy. I got a lot of junk floating around.
Well, it keeps the burnouts to one area then too, so it's not so bad, so.
Exactly. Yeah. That was not our intention to bring crazy drivers. But yeah, I'm sure we got enough.
Just keep them in one area.
But yeah, so we appreciate it and thank you for your time, obviously, so. But whatever you guys need, we can communicate through Brody, whatever you guys wanna do, we can figure out whatever you're willing to allow us to do, basically, so we can get the plan in right away, so.
Brody being the best one, probably coordinate with, and then he'll be able to tell you times and times that are. Brody's gonna be their best contact, and then they can let you know when the park's available, and I'm gonna be conflicting with some there. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys wanna go, leave your cards out here. If you guys wanna stick around, mingle, we'll be driving.
Yeah.
We got I don't think he's gonna stick around.
He said that
He's already behind it. So
it's for everyone, so.
I'll split some flyers and business cards, but we'll let you guys get on with your night. Yeah, if there's anything you need, my number's there, if you guys want a car detail too. I can handle that, but
Shameless plugs are all right.
hey, I'm not above it, so. Although obviously, But no, it was great meeting you guys and, we appreciate it, so. Hopefully we can turn it into something huge, so. We'll get it.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Have a good evening.
Good job, thank you.
Like, nobody wanted that.
He wants to go.
They can have some pizza.
They could be,
Here's some plates.
Yeah.
we're going against the parents, yes.
All right, you mind doing?
Well, it's a sausage.
Well,
You just want sausage, the small one is.
you want me to?
Passing, right? So.
They're growing away.
I'm like, I know where it is, yeah.
Late, you need that.
Hold on. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Nice
Yeah,
to
thank
meet
you.
Talk to you tonight. Yes, sir.
Still you, Jen.
Okay, and then I'm working on the Easter egg hunt that's gonna take place on March 28th. And that is all I have.
Brenda, are you covering finance tonight?
Yeah. Oh, but I can't make motion.
Motion.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve the bills payable dated February 25th, 2026 for a total of $59,776.83.
Second.
Jen makes a motion to pay the bills payable dated February 25th, 2026, in the amount of $59,776.83. John seconds. Any discussion on the bills payable? Roll call.
Patrick is absent, Chris,
Yes.
Jen,
yes, William is absent, Nathan,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
That's unanimously at 6:20.
And then I had no ratification of the emergency.
All right. Skip over that. Move on to parks.
All right, first thing I have on the agenda is discussion of a proposal from Will Hoffman to fix the pavilion bathroom and community park with the drainage issues that we discussed previously. They have a plan in place that I think that I'm hoping that we can all agree is going to be feasible route to get this resolved. Stenstrom and you guys have met and I think together they have come up with this as the a best option right now, so. I'll let them handle it from there and explain it.
Oh, wow. That's great.
I'll let Aaron talk to you, working. Doing most of the work on it.
The first thing as they pass the handouts out, there's, as far as addressing the ponding issues on the interior of restrooms and utility building. The utility room, we went inside and took some elevation shots to determine, how severe it is, and it was like in the worst place. It's about, there's a pond puddle underneath of a transformer that's about 3/8 of an inch to 1/2 inch. We took this information to Stenstrom and they discussed it with one of their suppliers, who is a company called Artlo. And Artlo does epoxy flooring and concrete repairs. And does some really nice, high quality work. And in speaking with Artlo, Artlo was confident that they could go in on the inside, keep the concrete as it is, but go in and do some grinding of high areas and apply an epoxy filler in some of the low areas, and then put a uniform textured surface on it that, depending on what the village's choices are for colors and things like that, they sometimes put the flakes in there, like you'll see on like showroom floors, things like that. But it would be textured, and I know that was one of Nathan's concerns. Specifically since that will probably be primarily used, especially restroom for people using the splash pad, so wet feet for kids, trying to have a little bit of slip resistance. But we're fairly confident that the combination of, they would take the transformer out that's in the way, you know, build that area up. And guarantee that everything will flow correctly to the drains and there won't be a ponding issue on this side. They won't have to remove any concrete or anything on the inside, they'll just have to basically, you know, do a little bit of grinding and filling to basically make it look uniform and great. On the outside, what we are proposing to do is, remove the existing concrete apron. Basically, as the drawing up here shows, we've been talking to Stenstrom, they're proposing to remove about the bottom 3 or 4 layers of the siding, which would allow them to get a concrete saw basically right up to the existing wall edge and 2x4 of the stud wall that's there. Do a full depth cut of the existing slab all the way through, which would allow us to allow them to jackhammer out and remove the concrete slab that's basically all the way around the enclosed part of the building. And after removing it, they would put up some EPDM flashing up against the building that would extend all the way down to the foundation that's underneath, which would prevent any chance of any water from migrating underneath of the wall after it's removed. Then we would, our structural department is recommending that we pin the new slab to the old one with dowel bars. And we would pour new concrete slabs that would be pitched away from the building at anywhere from 1 to 1.5%, as shown on this drawing here. We did a full design based on the elevations that were out there. And we found with stones from they're comfortable, they can make this work. Basically guaranteeing that the majority of the slab is going to drain to the north. I'm sorry. The western half of the slab is gonna, the eastern half of the slab is gonna drain mostly to the northeast. The part that's basically on the northwest and south sides of the existing building is just gonna drain away from it at 1 to 1.5%. We can't really go any steeper than that for fear of violating ADA code, which is 2% most for that. When we lower the slab around the edges, that created some issues with the existing asphalt. The asphalt was going to be higher than the concrete that was out there. And talking to Stenstrom, and talking to Brody and Brett both, we looked at and came out and did a topographic survey to see what the elevations are of the existing that we'd be tying into, see if we could make this drain without having to add any kind of little area drains or anything like that. And we came up with basically this darker area on the plan sheet that I handed out. Basically, we would be redoing all of the asphalt of the pathway, and it would the new asphalt would all be lower than the concrete pad at this point, and would be able to drain around, away from, and then around to the north, while still meeting ADA code. It would basically, in some places, would be lowering the pad by, or I'm sorry, the asphalt by 3 to 4 inches from where it is now. And one of the things we want to stress is when Stenstrom is out here doing the work, in talking to them, we will have either survey crew or someone, myself, consistently checking their work to make sure that we don't have any issues going and don't recreate a problem. So we're fairly confident, or I'm very confident that this is going to address the village's issues with this. Everything will drain and still be paid. Obviously, this is no cost to the village to this stuff. Addressed by Will Hoffman.
It's gonna work though, right?
What's that?
It's gonna work though, right?
Yes.
The new and the old slabs will be doubled together.
Yes,
So that will be going through that EDPL.
yes,
Is that what it's sealed?
yes, actually, Centrum said that they would put a mastic, the EPDM, they said is a self-healing, material. But they said to be double safe, they would put mastic around the EPDM joint too far.
and then per what we discussed, is there gonna be any type of warranty that comes along with this afterwards?
Really, the.
Wouldn't be any more than what you have with.
I
wouldn't think it'd be any more you would've had
Have a
first.
problem or something, I mean, what you guys are doing exceeds probably what would.
Well, you're gonna have a problem. It's just a matter of when.
Well, I mean,
It's
I don't want it to be the
5,
first
10,
year or
15.
two, obviously, it's.
I understand.
If it's something happens in that time frame, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, anything can happen 5, 10, 20 years down the
Yeah.
road, right? So, I mean, it's just a matter of, I don't know if there's. There's any way to guarantee that it's not gonna have a conflict with the structure that, that's there. Or cause another leak, or the joint doesn't. Shift or move or floats or however, whatever the verbiage for that.
What would have been the warranty on it originally?
A year.
One
A year
year.
after completion, and that year would not actually start, and stuff until
That
the
was
corrective work is
It's done.
completed.
Yeah,
Right.
It's not
Yeah,
fair to
you're
make
gonna
them
get-
offer anything more than they would have originally.
Well, that's
Well,
debatable.
it's a lot different.
It's debatable, but it's not, it's,
Well,
what's the
that-
point?
I mean,
That, we'll get a year at least, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I would hope we would know whether or not it actually worked.
what would you really do if that
In
failed?
a
You
year.
wouldn't have very many options.
Yeah, you would.
It's, yeah.
It wouldn't cost a lot of
They'd
money.
have to replace the whole thing.
It's, yeah, it's. In speaking with Centrum, the only way that this. It should fail in any way is if there's either really poor workmanship or bad materials. And, we're gonna do everything that we can to make sure it's. And so it would have to be something really bad. And talking to them, I couldn't even think of something, like I said, it would have to be very, very bad workmanship. Or really bad materials, and, we had a meeting with Central yesterday, and either them or us is, going to allow it to happen at this point. If it's gonna fail within the first year, then something really bad happened, and we don't want that at all. I don't wanna have to stay in here a year from now. For me to try to say,
I don't blame you.
So at this point, it's just a matter of the board is saying that we're good with this. I think the interior is gonna be way better than it was designed before. And the fleck in there with being so close to the splash pad is gonna be such a much more safety conscious bathroom than it was before. This epoxy will last longer than the concrete probably. It's just gonna be nicer on the inside of there when that's done. As far as the outside goes, it's gonna be a little bit of work for Century for a little while, you guys, but I mean, it looks, this plan far exceeds the expectations of what I actually guys, so. I'm for it. I don't know if anyone else wants to chime in with a neg,
I'm
but.
fine.
I don't see an alternative.
Yeah.
What's the alternative?
It's a little upgrade for us if it works.
I wouldn't go that far. It might look nicer for a while.
The textured floor that you mentioned, that you and Nathan spoke about, are you talking grit when you say textured or?
there's a bunch of different options.
Okay, so we have
But
options.
yes, yeah,
Okay.
there, when I talked, I mentioned at the censor, that one of the things, this is not the entire, it's like a 19-page pamphlet.
Yeah.
I just printed off the one that showed kind of what Nathan and I talked about. They have a bunch of different, they can make it perfectly smooth if you wanted, which I don't think you want, but they do offer.
The only reason I asked is we had grit paint that was in the bathrooms.
Yeah.
It was a maintenance nightmare. We actually just sanded it out there this winter. So
Yeah.
that's the only reason. I was
They
asking.
have different levels of abrasion
Yeah.
and would probably be willing to provide a sample.
No,
If
that's
this-
perfect.
They put a
Well-
sign on the door that says floors slippery when wet.
Well, Dollar General used something similar on, I'm assuming that's the same type of what they used on their floors, and look at how that's held up for.
No, I
mean, it's designed to hold up is what it's.
No, I have no doubt that it'll be way better than what we would have put in there anyways. I just want to make sure, like I said, we just sanded grit
paint, pour paint
I
out
get
of
it.
our other bathrooms. And then my only other question is with changing these slopes, I know we talked about it before, but nobody's concerned with water issues or ponding or anything going in on the wet hole.
No, what I can tell you is that, before, if we had left the asphalt where it was. This radius point right here was gonna be about 2 inches, actually it's gonna be about 2 to 3 inches higher than the concrete that we were gonna put back in.
Yeah.
So all this is gonna drain away, now this is gonna be 2, 3 inches lower.
Okay.
So this is all gonna drain, and talking to Stenstrom, and they're not wrong. Asphalt is really tough to get perfect when it's this flat.
Yep.
So there might be a little bird bath. I can't say it's gonna be 100% perfect,
Yeah,
but there won't be,
Clearly never-
there will not be anything on this concrete. It'll drain to the grass, there might be a little bit on the edges or something, but ideally,
Manageable.
yes.
We're not creating another stuff.
No, there won't be any like
Yes.
dramatic, like 5 foot deep mud hole, or, 5 foot deep stuff.
Yeah.
5 inch deep mud hole right here, what I mean? It's gonna be, no, like I said.
Sounds good.
It's,
Those are my only 2 cents.
yeah, no, we were trying, and like I said, these aren't exactly, screaming, grades, but.
Yeah.
Davis Junction's a little flat.
No.
We do our best,
No,
so.
so that's all right.
Alright, so it looks like everyone's on board with a fix, with this, so.
Okay, just to give you a head, they are going to probably, in talking to them, we can talk schedule. Probably, obviously it's weather dependent but, as soon as it looks like the weather is going to stay consistently above freezing, probably early April, they will, they will start remobilizing, and they planned on actually starting the restoration, of all the other the other grass seed that they need to put down in early April anyways. The one thing they're probably not going to restore this area until they get all the asphalt done, which can't really happen until the asphalt plant's open in about mid-May. So hopefully this will be done shortly, they're gonna put this as a priority project for them, is one of the first things you wanna get done this spring. So hopefully by at Memorial Day at the latest, this is all done, restored. Yeah, should be good to go, including the flooring. This is good, just to give you that.
Yeah, sounds great.
So,
Alright, that concludes A, so back on B, discussion of an engineer and opinion of probable cost for a basketball court replacement at community. Is there pictures of this? If anyone's been out to the pictures of the park, or of the court.
It's lifted and horrible.
Yeah, if you go out there, it's multiple levels, cracks are like 3 inches thick, there's big chunks taken out of it, we're gonna have to close that down pretty soon. Is what it's coming down to, so what we're proposing is that we go out to an OSLA application. And then we hopefully get a grant for it. Total cost is with engineering costs and grant application administrative fees and a 20% contingent. Total cost was about $347,097.74. Now this requires us to pull up everything that's there, and replace it all. Obviously there would be a 50-50 contribution from OSLA, so our cost would be right around $173,548.87. Nobody wants to spend any money, but it's either that or we close down that thing, and then once we close it down, then we have to keep kids away from there and do whatever we can to fence it in, and then we put back up the fence and then put it back down. This new project makes this a much nicer situation too, because it's not just the replacement of the pad too, right? Does it include the stuff around it? Yeah, so there's a fence.
Grassy there.
Oh, yeah, as far as the.
Yeah, based on full removal of court basketball, some great court out, redone and expanded to fit our new footprint. if they can use this subgrade that's under there, they're gonna keep doing that. The asphalt get repoured significantly thicker than the original to combat cracking. Quartz resurfaced with an acrylic like original port lines painted an acrylic layer. Reinstall hoops, one north, one south, two west. And still install perimeter fencing, a barrier fencing between the basketball, and we're gonna add pickleball courts. And install nets for the pickleball courts. Decision on the windscreen sound barrier would be a later decision that we can put in with that too. So if you can look up here, would be one giant basketball hoop, and then there'd be some pickleball courts that would go into the next time. Where the other half courts are now. So we would not only be using this space for basketball, which is probably one of the biggest attractions that we have in our park currently, but we'd also be able to provide for the community a pickleball court, which is also currently a hot opportunity. We are looking at doing sound barrier type things. That's with the wind screening and the some vegetation that would go around it. Wouldn't all get exactly done at first, but it would be a next stage project that we get some of the stuff done and then eventually be much more usable space than it is now. I know it's a hefty price tag, and every time I talk, I ask for a lot of money, so.
Yep.
What's the cost for the grant?
What do you mean?
$18,000.
$18,000 to apply and administration.
Yep. So, I mean, it's not a guarantee we're gonna get this, obviously, and we don't, but the great thing is that we're not gonna be able to do this for another year, if we get the grant. So this is something that's gonna have to get done in the future.
We spent too
So
much.
closing it off, whether you do it or.
We're closing it off regardless, because it's a safety issue now.
Well,
And
from-
now that safety issue is gonna cost us money to keep fencing up. I mean, so it's gonna cost us money either way, whether it's only costing us a little bit of money for manpower and to keep it closed, because then we're gonna remove all the basketball hoops and it's just not gonna be usable anymore, because it's not safe.
We put up our own fencing.
Yeah, we would put up like
We put up an orange temp.
an orange temp base, and every time we have wind out here, which is what, every 2 days, we would be probably fixing it, so it's gonna be a little mess, so. And it's still gonna be a mess in a little bit, in the interim while we, get the grant, hopefully get the grant and then work out a budget to make this happen, but. It is a proposed idea of improving that area, obviously with the pickleball courts and, making the basketball court, which is, again, one of the highest traffic areas.
Which gets used more, the full court or half court?
Huh?
Which gets used more, a full court or half court?
Most of the kids stay in like a half court area, they kind of play in one basket. Area, but then there's other kids that play on the other baskets when it's busy. But it doesn't, I've never seen it completely all of the units, that's why we propose the pickleball areas, that way we can use that complete space and then maybe have more traffic and more use of the complete area that we have.
Brenda, do you know the last time that was done?
Kenny was here when that was.
When it was resurfaced.
Resurfaced.
Right, resurfaced and wall down a little bit.
The actual asphalt.
That was,
That's what I was trying to remember.
that was putting something over top of us, of cracked substrate, no.
Yeah, you can see the crack filler is in the middle of now giant cracks out there, it is ridiculous, so.
Even from what we did last fall with the crack filling sheet, it's already starting to suck that down and the cracks were just really here and bigger.
Yeah, and I'm assuming after it thaws completely out there, it's gonna be levels, so this is just the beginning of the next one.
So tonight you're just looking whether we should move forward with the grant?
With the grant opportunity is all I'm asking for today, because I don't want this to get shot down later. I just want to get everyone's feels now that this is something that we're gonna be okay with once we do all the work and Oslet approves us, because I'm optimistic right now.
For me, it's not. I'm not gonna spend any more money on the park. We've spent millions in the last 4 years.
Sure.
And we need to build up our reserves. We have bigger projects coming up with the filter rehab that we have to do, and we run our reserves down. So for me, I'm not voting yes for either the grant or the rehab. I agree we need to do it sooner or later. And we need to do something with the property that we bought with the other Oslad grant in the future, which maybe we could combine them in the future, but for now, we've spent too much money on the park and we're burning our reserves.
I mean, it's taxpayer money going to things that the taxpayers are gonna use, so.
I think
Doesn't matter, you don't need it. You need the filter, right?
Yeah, I think we should be financing that filter and be way ahead of the game already. I don't think we should be busting out reserves. I think we should take a loan for the filter and we should have started that.
So we can build a park?
I mean,
So we
the
can
park-
build,
the park-
so we
the
can
park is
build a
fraction of the
basketball, you wanna
cost.
take a loan so we can build a basketball?
No, I
court?
wanna take a loan to do the filters.
We're gonna do the filter,
Okay.
I'm saying that's a priority, not a basketball.
I 100%.
After spending millions of dollars, every time we get an Osland grant to boot, it never seems to cost us the half that we're supposed to do. How much did we pay for the one currently that we're using that was supposed to only cost us $600,000?
Oh.
1.2?
The mistake that was made.
It doesn't matter. We spent twice as much on it. We were supposed to do the pond for 600,000. That cost us $750,000. We do not have the money right now. Never mind.
The pond
I'm
was
no.
advertised as a low end of 600,000 and it was presented with a high end as well. It was not, that was, the low end was
bid
600,000.
for 600,000, John.
That was the low end without it.
Bid for
The
600,000.
total project was 1.2 if we did everything originally, and then we slowballed that because we didn't have the money. And then when we finally decided to do the project became a lot more because of inflation and a lot of other cost factors. So
Doesn't matter.
it's never gonna get any cheaper. It's never gonna get any easier.
I would agree, and that's what's
So
in
anyway,
between the two of
Nate,
them,
I'd
we're
be
running out of
comfortable
reserves.
just phasing it out so we can get it done.
Everyone.
I mean, I think if at some point the concrete has got to come out irregardless.
Regardless.
We could do something in a stages where we just get the concrete out of there. You know,
Yeah,
things like unless that's more money in the long run,
in
but
the long run, I mean, you're gonna spend a couple $100,000 to remove that concrete, and then we are spending more for this project than if we just Osley grant it now and then did the whole thing.
well,
Not the whole thing, because we're not doing the sound barrier and the fencing portion of it, that the wind part of it right away.
I'd have to have somebody come look at it for me, but I think a contractor that was eager enough could pull that out. There's not, I mean, and haul away that concrete. I've seen guys come in at buildings and take out parking lots and cement out in a day. And I know those were coming in at $12,000 to $18,000. So I don't know how, I mean, $20,000 to take out concrete and then and work in phases to get where you want to go makes a lot more sense than just, because it's going to take phases anyway.
Yep.
Whether we get the grant or not, it's going to take a period of probably 1 or 2 budget years. So at least look like we're doing something across those budget years. I mean, but I'm for it in stages, Nate.
Okay. I mean, again,
You can't just do away with it, and maybe there should have been a different plan a long time ago, but that's irrelevant. For me, I think we can do it in stages.
There was.
Might be a lot of stages, but we can try to do.
we've met and discussed fixing it, we've resurfaced it, we've done whatever we can to limp this through as long as we can, and now it's just gonna have to come out. And then either we put something back into place with it, or it just stays out in a big giant hole that we have to keep fenced.
Because I mean, I've been in both committee streets. When I was in streets, it was like blah, blah, blah. When I was in park streets, got too much money through all the years, so I get it. So I think we have to do something. I mean, I realize this might be a priority difference.
And I'm
I
not
think we
trying to
gotta
take
try to
away
do
from
both,
the important things that we need to get done, because obviously I'm all for the filter project being done, started a year ago, but I mean, we are where we're at right now, so.
Let's just, I ain't gonna argue about it. I think in phases and do a vote, see what William thinks. Brendan knows if we have the money, but you can't leave it like that. You can't just do away with it. We've spent the almost 20 years I've been here growing the park and keeping up with street repair. We can do both. It's just.
It has nothing to do with street.
Well,
It has to do with our finances, John.
Well,
And
I
we don't
think-
need a basketball court. You can make all the speeches you want, like Bill.
It's
used
not a
to.
speech. It's not
Like
a
Bill
speech.
used to, but you don't need it.
We don't need a lot of things, but we've
All right.
had it and
Can we move on?
why not, right?
So, yeah, one more here.
Okay.
Discussion about applying for park basketball court rehab, but it's on your choice, huh? Yep.
No,
We had a discussion of the engineers opinion, and there's discussion about.
Of the awesome thing, so I did all at once, so yep, that's it.
All right.
So where did we end up? You are or are not moving forward with the Osling grant application?
Well, you said you were.
I am, but he's
For
against
it,
it. That's
Chris
what-
says no, and then you're,
I think we have to do something.
Okay, so we got
I
enough. to
think we
move
should
forward.
probably look into what it's gonna cost us to get the concrete
Yeah.
moved and
Yeah.
put some dirt in,
We need our.
turn it back to grass for a while, so we can. at least
I mean, we got time to table
Yeah,
this.
no, that's what I was getting at.
Till next time, so, if the engineers could work out a cost of removal of that, is that something you guys could work on?
Yeah.
And that's not something we can do ourselves with equipment.
We would ruin some vehicles and I don't
I
think
mean,
we want to.
well, it's not
have
a
that.
vehicle, it's I don't know what we got as
There's
far
much
as.
better equipment to do.
Well,
that.
it's not a matter of that, it's a matter of the truck, we're gonna load it in, and then I have no place to get rid of the asphalt.
So,
Just
so
a
we're,
thought.
we're gonna have to hire someone to remove it, so
Or
we
somebody
could look
like
at.
Northern Light has their own place to go.
I know a guy.
That's where the hot rods area will be for a while.
Yeah.
So obviously, we can have Brody start removing the basketball hoops, whenever that next stage gets started. And then we can look into what the cost is going to be for, removal.
You would like me to reach out, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, no,
If you'd like me to reach out to Stenstrom, since they're gonna be here removing stuff anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
If they would, if you want them to give you a quote for restoring it.
Yes.
I can put Joel in touch with you guys and have him.
There's
Absolutely.
urban grasses.
absolutely. Yeah, because I mean, if they're already gonna be ripping out an area already and have trucks out here, I mean, it makes sense.
Yep.
So,
That sounds good.
all right,
Chris?
Make a motion to approve of resolution 2606 approving and authorizing execution of a proposal for the professional services between the Village of Davis Junction and Willett Hoffman for the Illinois Route 72 pedestrian crossing and junction road project. What was it, 7,000 out? Never mind, it's
Have that in front of you.
7,300 out.
Second,
3,300 even?
Yep.
I seconded Drake.
I don't remember if we asked you guys if this was going to be for, or if we were gonna use MFP funds or not. Did we tell you that?
You might have told Dale, but
No, I'm asking him personally, because whichever way it's easiest for you, but I just wanna know if we asked you about that. No,
Let's get into
I was
discussion.
never mind.
Yep.
I'll wait till
All
after.
right,
Right.
we'll get into discussion first, so. Chris makes a motion to approve resolution number 26-06. John seconds. Not all discussion. Anything?
Just that this will be, that we're gonna, not sure if we talked to Will Hoffman or not about whether or not using MFT funds will. This would be covered by the 150,000, approximately 150,000 that we have of MFT funds. Available, so whether or not we replace 50,000 on the other project or put it on this project. We're still not spending more than $200,000 of village money on street projects this year. Anything you wanna add?
with MFT funds, I think we gotta do the resolution to use the funds and then, the plan specs just need to go over to IDOT for approval, so. Once they give their blessing, then we can use the MFT.
Don,
Yes.
Patrick is absent, Chris,
Yes.
Jen? Yes. William is absent, Nathan?
yes.
That's a 4-0 with 64.
That's it for streets and ditches, correct?
Yep, unless you have more. Who's making for Patrick?
I can read it if that's what you're wanting. I make a motion for resolution. Well, are we repairing it or are we
Go with
replacing?
it.
Huh?
Go with A.
I'll make a motion for resolution 2607 approving and authorizing execution of quote from Gilvra Electric for wastewater treatment plant mixing pump repair in the amount of.
Oh, that's what's in your deal.
It was 12,000 something, but I don't know the number.
Hang on, so I didn't bring it.
It's $12,750.73. Plus incoming persons for
Great.
12,000.
$752.72.
In the amount of $12,752.70
Plus free.
plus shipping and freight.
All right, so John makes a motion to approve resolution number 26-07, the amount of $12,752.73 plus freight. Nathan seconds. You have insight?
All right, so, it's the mixing pump again. This is the
you can still call it a new pump, so this is the one that we spent, Brenda, 20-some thousand dollars on. To get away from the water loop pump, so we weren't putting water into the digester that we were then decanting off. So this was one that didn't have to do that, we got the original one. Something failed with it, they pulled that, took it in, fixed it, whatever, brought it back out, put it in. And I think maybe we got 3 days of runtime on it. We had other issues, so they pulled it again. And basically, I'm not sure if it broke down, but bearings, basically the full workup on it. At the 12,700, that does not obviously include the freight for the parts. And that does not include them coming back out and installing it again. Usually that is, for the most part, that's just a T&M. So they will have to come back out, set it back up. We'll run it, test run it, do everything they gotta do. So there is no good, the other one is for the replacement. The replacement was 23.7. To buy a new one again. Problem is the one we have is a new one. So there's no good answer to this. It just pretty much sucks all the way around.
Is it either or?
How long are we getting run that? I mean, one you said 3 days, how long did it run before?
A day.
A day?
Maybe.
There's no-
This pump doesn't have a fixed weather
What
mark.
they're rebuilding?
Something happened. They said something about it possibly ran backwards. We really don't even know how that happened.
Remix?
Yeah, it's a big,
50 horsepower.
yeah, it's a big one. So,
The wires.
so it's either repair this one, like I said, gotta remember what the number that you see there is not just the number, we will also have to pay for them bringing it back out, installing it. Plus, like I said, freight on the parts. So
Is this a either or?
this is an either or.
So let me ask you a question. They removed it and they installed it.
Mhm.
And if it ran backwards, it damaged it.
Well, but it ran fine before that. That's what we don't understand. We don't know. Nobody knows. We used it for a couple of days, mixed, we don't know.
The only thing that changed is them removing it and them installing it.
Right, but then it ran fine after they installed it the second time,
That's
for a
McGill.
couple of days.
That's McGilvra.
Yeah.
Are they,
And they do great work for us. I'm not gonna say anything. I mean, they do great work.
are they the only people that do it?
I'm sure there's others, but that's who's done most of our pump work and our motor, some of our motor work, and they've actually got into some of our, working on some of our electrical out there, so, we've had great luck with them, so.
So if this lasts another 3 days and we come back out, we're gonna have to do this bill.
I can't, because I don't,
Yeah,
we don't know anything, because the pump, we don't know if it's a great pump. I mean, Trillium's a good brand. I mean, it's a common brand. I mean, it's not like it's junk. But I don't have answers
but
because
there's
we don't know.
lemons out there every once in a
But
while.
There
Uh,
absolutely is.
They don't.
We got 1 day of runtime and then 3 days. of
We've
runtime?
had, this pump, we bought this.
No, I'm saying if they fix it and they're saying.
You got a warranty the first time.
Yeah, but I'm saying if they fix it, they're not saying that what they fix isn't warranted for 90 days or something.
We haven't gotten that far yet. We've got to get it. We've got to decide what we're gonna do with it.
I'd
So,
love to make that one.
yeah, we've got to basically decide what we want to do. Right now, this is do we want to repair the one that we have and run with it again? Or do we want to spend the extra money and buy another new one, which has a 5 to 6 month lead time? So
But
if we're lucky, it's 5 to 6 months. The last one took what, Brenda? 18?
Yeah, it is a long.
So it was over a year because of COVID.
The fact that we got 1 day of runtime and then had to repair it, and 3 days of runtime, and now we got to spend $12,000.
on a brand new pump, isn't it warranted?
Well, I mean, there should be warranty
Yes.
on the work. And
Yes.
if they're the removal and installation and it ran backwards and damaged it. You think that would fall on the people that removed it and installed it?
And like I said, the big thing is, like I said, it ran fine when we got it back. It ran fine. We ran it for several days. It ran fine, so.
But
We
3 days later,
don't know.
3 days later.
And I say 3 days. It might have been 2 days. It might have been 4 days. I'm just using it. Like I said, it was a very short period. of time.
Less than a week.
Yes, it was very short.
There you
period of
Doesn't
time.
matter, you
So-
should get it 90 days.
Oh, yeah, I got it, hope so.
Shouldn't you get? it?
Well, we didn't use it right away when they brought it because that pump only gets used at certain times. It doesn't run 24/7. So it's only run when there's product in.
That just makes it
the
worse.
cartridge. So,
Well, maybe we should, when they put it in, make sure.
well, by the time that it goes in, we will have product in there too.
I hope so.
So,
So
yes.
we're gonna repair it?
Well, we think we have to get the thing going, but
To say if you bought a new one, you got anything, what's
to call them and say, what the hell?
We have, we've been down that road. Nobody can understand what happened. We don't know. They're just saying that it seemed like it ran. Nobody's saying that it actually did run back. It appeared that way, but nobody can figure out how it even did that when it was wired correctly. It ran fine. It just had the appearance of it.
I'm trying to wrap my head, so they pulled it, installed it, it ran for a day,
Somewhere, yeah.
Less than a
Short period of time.
in whatever time period it
Yeah,
was.
short period.
They pulled it again, repaired it, or that's what we're doing now.
No, they pulled it then and brought it back because we
And
were able
it failed again within a few days.
well. Yes, but it didn't run right away and they fought with and helped us get the warranty and all of that stuff that first go around, so.
So they're not the ones rebuilding it, they're just installing.
No, they're also the ones rebuilding it,
Oh,
I'm missing something.
so.
no, you're not, it is as ridiculous.
Yeah,
as-
the pump hasn't run enough
Yeah.
to buy a new one.
No, I agree, but
Yeah.
You're not liking the longevity
But
of
if
life.
we're-
I'm not liking 2 repairs in 7 days.
No, we're not either, but like I said, it's,
If they repairing it.
or
Well,
we,
I understand that, but I guess I'm stuck at the. They pulled it, repaired it, and now we're gonna pull it, spend $13,000 to repair it yet again. That's where I'm stuck.
And then if it happens again, then we're gonna spend another $13,000.
Or 26.
And then, yeah, now 26 total, when we should have just bought the other pump for 23 and had our fingers crossed that that
It's a
one.
brand new pump though, it's,
Yeah.
it's almost you're taking your chance on whether you get a good one or a bad one, or you know, with a new one, so it's.
There's a new one.
Amount to the same thing, still gotta pull it and put it back in, right?
you do
And the lead time is.
And that would be over,
Yeah, lead time
that would be over bid
20
limit,
to 22 weeks.
because it would cost to
Is
put it
there
in.
a different brand that can go in place to that?
Well, that, like I said, that's the other thing is, like I said, we can scrap this all together. We still have to pay them for coming down and getting it and tearing it apart. And,
Well,
you know,
I'm saying,
but-
get this one
but-
working, and then start looking at what we can replace it with down the road.
Yeah, I mean, we
Obviously,
could,
This is failure prone.
if, I mean, if we get this time, if we get it back this time and it works great and we never have another issue with it, then something happened, something could have happened.
That somebody's not-
internally that we don't know
That
about.
somebody's not admitting.
I mean,
to.
I don't know.
Sounds like to me, Ray.
It-
Not on
it's
our
a-
part,
It's a centrifugal pump? Or centrifugal if you're English?
I don't know, that's what it is.
Should be a chopper.
It's a
pump.
chopper style, but
Chopper
yes,
style pump, high capacity, so it's mixed in the sludge storage tank, so it's running at probably 1,200-1,300 GPM and
Yeah.
stuff, and there's 2 nozzles that are pointed kind of in opposite directions in the harvester tank out there. So when you go to, when you're getting ready to wet haul the sludge, you know, and stuff, you turn it on, you mix the contents, you know, and stuff inside the tank. You can grab your samples, you know, for testing and stuff, and then you're ready to, still land applying it, you can land apply it
Yep,
or
yep.
pull it out for dewatering and stuff, so.
Yep.
So.
yeah, yeah.
We're gonna rebuild, install, and look for something better. Is that what we're doing? Is that where we
Yeah.
left it? Yeah.
I still want to make that phone call.
Well, I mean, I'll reach out to them again, but like I said, they fought for us the first time, got the warranty. But like I said, this is, when I say a new pump, I mean new as in it doesn't have many hours on it. It's not new. This original pump came in 7 years ago.
I understand.
So,
But they fought
Yeah.
for the warranty for us. They were the warrantor in the first place.
well, no, they
The
went
manufacturer.
talking with the
Really?
manufacturer,
Oh, the
really.
manufacturer. not
But they installed it.
Yes,
They
for
must
the
be-
parts and all that.
They must be an authorized installer.
They are.
the- Oh, now I got you.
Yes,
You're talking on the parts end of it.
yes, parts of it.
Cause that kind of failure rate, you think you'd have a
Yes.
rep here going, let's figure this
Yeah.
out.
I wouldn't be very, so we're ready to vote again.
All right. No. Finally make your comments.
Yes, we talked about that. Lisa and I did,
Oh,
yes.
that we're paying prevailing wage.
I believe they have before, Lisa, you could probably add a little bit more about that.
Well, cause I should have contacted them, but I didn't, cause they're located in Wisconsin, so they pull the pump and they repair it in Wisconsin and bring it back and install it.
Then it's no problem.
So we.
What they do here, what they do here would have to be.
That's what I'm saying, would we need a separate type of invoice for the time spent here then doing that? Would that be how that works then on
They
site?
just need to order this
The-
prevailing wage for the work
So
they're
that,
here, right?
well, I'm just asking.
Sorry,
Well,
go ahead.
Either.
Yeah, I don't think that taking across state lines exempts them from.
No,
Sounds like-
I'm not saying that either.
Sounds like
I'm not saying that.
Way, they're doing repairs on the fixed work here.
Yes.
The fact that they took part of it away.
Yes,
Which includes, fixed work includes
Mhm.
repair of equipment, which this is.
Mhm.
They should be paying prevailing wage, and we're supposed to give them a contract that says.
yes,
notify
that's what
them
Lisa and I
that
were
it's
talking
required.
about the
So-
other day.
All I see in the packet is just this 2-page quote. My
Yep.
suggestion would be to
That might up the
So-
quote.
use a.
I'm gonna
standard
update
agreement
That's what
that-
we talked about.
Yeah, I'm gonna update it based on what the decision was, because if they did
Yes,
go, what if they did replacement, then that'd be a totally different thing.
Got it.
If they
Yes.
do repair.
that's what,
Well, if we're, my question is whether we're ready to vote, if we're gonna be approving an agreement with them.
Then I'll.
I suggest we-
And I'll.
Mhm.
Bring it back to.
we just didn't know if there was anything strange when
So you want me
part
to
of it
rescind?
was like, it was kind of, you know, we didn't know. That was kind of something we don't deal with that.
So you want me to rescind this? My motion?
Or are we amending it with the prevailing wage?
Well, that would be in 2 weeks.
You won't
Because we don't know that, because it's a contract.
Just postpone consideration.
Make a motion to postpone consideration for resolution 2607, approving and authorizing execution of quote from McGilva Electric for wastewater treatment plant mixing pump repair.
Second?
I bet where we started, all right.
I don't know, that's what you said.
Huh?
Motion to.
Postpone.
Postpone consideration.
11?
What do you want me
I
to?
made a motion to postpone consideration of
Oh, I
resolution
did.
2607 for 2 weeks. Nathan, you seconded?
Yes, Nathan was right on it.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed, say nay.
Are we good for C?
Yeah.
I'll be sure. Okay. I'll make a motion for resolution 2608, authorizing the execution of an agreement between the Village of Davis Junction and McMahon Associates, Inc. for bidding and construction services for the spill pad at the wastewater treatment plant in the amount of. Anyone? Was it my?
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it was, one was 40. The other one was. I thought this was in the minutes.
Well, I didn't plan on making the motion.
Yeah, no, I guess. Yeah, I took big copies and brought them, I didn't.
I don't think I've got it.
It's 4,500 for the digging services and 1450 for the construction services.
It's 19,000.
Yes, thank you.
Even?
Yep.
In the amount of $19,000.
Second?
John makes a motion to approve resolution number 26-08 with an amount of $19,000. Nathan seconds. Discussion.
This is just obviously for the bid, drop bid, lead paperwork, bidding process, and then obviously observation. Safety, things like that.
Yes, for the spill pad,
215,000. Yep.
Not hearing any roll call.
Jen,
Yes.
Williams just arrived at 7:08. Nathan,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Patrick is absent, Chris,
yes.
So that passes at 7:09. Anything for wastewater? Water?
Brett, did you have anything additional this evening?
Nope.
No, we're done.
On the easement for 1100 Illinois, we are working on new approach, so that will be coming out. Public? What are we? Audience, opposition?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
John makes a motion to adjourn, Nathan seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
You just come to get pizza?
Then I can make it.